What is up, YouTube? Untitled Cycles today, coming at you with a Lotus Eclair. I've had this bike for a while, maybe a year and a half, two. And I thought I did a video about her, but I was going through my videos and I couldn't find one. So here's an update or a first video, whatever it falls under. Real quick, I bought this bike because I wanted a touring bike instead of all my steel racing bikes that I have. So found this guy on OfferUp, paid like, it was almost like 20 bucks for the frame set and the group set. A couple issues I had with her, and I'll go through that really quick. But one of the reasons I found her was the group set. The group set is a first generation Shimano Dior. Everything except for the crank. Now it's still early generation Shimano, but it's not the original crank, because if it was, it would have a like a bigger input for the pedal. And the reason they did it, it was big. The reason they did that is because they figured the bigger the hole, the better the bearing, and they just wanted to do better bearing setups. Plus, early on, Shimano did a couple weird things that you don't really know why they did them, but they did. And as you can see, I got an awesome Shimano Dior front derailleur, triple chain ring, 1, 2, 3. It is a 50, 44, and I want to say it's a 30, but I could be wrong on the small one. And they are biopaste. All three of them are biopaste, so they're not completely round. So I would not recommend using these for a fixie, because it would throw off your chain line completely. Just some comfortable BMX style plastic pedals, a SRAM 11-speed chain. Granted, it's not an 11-speed group set, but I'll get to that later. It's got the rear Shimano Dior with the matching teal bluish color, as you can see. It is a short cage, or a medium cage maybe at the most. And I am running a 7-speed cassette, but I did notice that it has a spacer in the back. See if I could film that real quick right there. So if I wanted to, and I will be putting a 10-speed just because I can. No other reason, but because I can do it. So I'm going to. It's got a Shimano Tiagra hub laced to a Maverick Open Sport rim, double wall with eyelids, which is pretty cool, durable, and that is laced to Continental contacts with the safety system. So hopefully I don't get as much flats on these particular tires. And as you can tell, they are 700 by 38s, not 28s, 38s. So they do have clearance for fender racks if I want to run them, maybe even 40s. You could tell how much space I still have right there. So, you know, to be a great gravel bike if I ever want to go that route. I got this pretty cool Topeak bike rack, which I found at a yard sale for like $5. If you know Topeak, I made a video about them earlier. These racks usually go for like 50 bucks, 40 if you're lucky. So when I find them, I usually offer 5-10 bucks. If I get them, cool. If I don't, I walk away. It's got, oh, I'm sorry, my Dicam original cantilever brake setups, which I just think they complete the feel of the bike. I think they look really cool on it. I got my old shit bag in case I get a flat. I got everything I need right there. Then I got my Physique Saddle with carbon rails. Now, I didn't put this on here to save weight or anything like that. I simply put it on there because I had it. That's the only reason it's on there, is because I had it and I didn't know what else to do with this particular saddle. So I figured I'll throw it on my beater bike, because it's a beat up saddle, but it still works. But it's, you know, it's beat up. Like, you could tell it's been around the block a few times, but so has the rest of the bike. So I just feel like Goes with the theme. I don't know if you can notice, but has no bolt right there on the seat post, and the reason is because this seat tube is completely stuck or welded in there. I don't know what they did to it, but the seat post won't move. I'm 220 pounds and I sit on it and it doesn't move at all. I'm lucky that it's at a height that I could ride it comfortably at, so it's not bugging me too much. But one day I'm gonna cut this off and then just drill it all the way out. It is a SR La Preda. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong, but that's what it is. It's got the little Lotus stamp right there on the seat stays, along with all those rust and nicks and scratches on this particular bike that I feel give it great patina, great look. It's got the blue Lotus sticker right here. It's got the red bottle cage. It's got a little cow sticker, just because I wanted to add a little bit of customizing to it. And that's what makes me run, or allows me to run, the 11-speed chain on a 3x7 group set or drivetrain. Is I run friction shifters, so I could pretty much run any setup back here as long as the chain is thin enough. My friction shifters will allow me to do that. One of the things I liked about this particular bike is that it had this like group set was already there, but as you could tell, it's got the blue and teal, which I kind of fell in love with it, so that's why I haven't upgraded any of that. And I probably won't. I'll probably stick with these shifters as long as I have the bike, and if I have those shifters, I kind of have to have the matching derailleurs. It's got the Lotus embroidery right there on the forks, on the crown forks, with the Magnolium 2001 tank sticker. Also have it right there, so it's pretty cool that I got the matching forks. I wish it had the chrome in the back and the triangle. Wish it had the chrome like it did in the front, but it doesn't, but that's okay. I do want to get a front rack for it, just because I have the mounting hole. I just think it'll look really, really cool. Just haven't found a nice one at my budget. They're out there. I'm just being kind of stingy with them. So until I find one at a yard sale or something like that, I probably won't buy it. I probably ask for it for Christmas. Babe, if you're watching this, little front bike rack, they're like 15 bucks. They're not that expensive. I just haven't bought one. Continue with the Tiagra in the front. Also with the Maverick Sport. I mean, they're just great wheels. I mean, they're 32 holes, double wall, eyelids. So they're durable rims. Here's a shot of the cantilever. And she is dirty because she gets rode a lot. She's one of the bikes that I always have ready to go. She's always ready to go. I did a quick little check on her right now because I'm going to start a challenge with one of my friends. 10 miles every day for 10 days. Nothing crazy, just something to get us back into it again. It's got a Gota stem that came off a Cannondale, if I'm not mistaken. And the reason I chose this particular stem is because it's got the 2 bolts in the front. So if I want to change the bars or do anything in the bars area, I don't have to take off one side of the wrap and feed it through. I could just take it off, and it's just a lot easier. Speaking about wrap, I got the Physique black wrap on this with, not sure what kind of levers these are. I want to say they're Centaur, but I'm sure I'm wrong. And before you guys give me hell about how high I have those, I'm comfortable. I like them. I'm keeping them. That's it. I like where they sit. I like the way I feel when I ride it. She is a little bit too big for me, so that's why, you know, I have to offset it a bit. Interesting fact with this one, when I got her, the stem was completely frozen in there, and I wanted to run these forks. It was like, I have to run these forks with this frame set or I'm not gonna do it. I was literally prepared to like just sell the bike at a loss if I couldn't run the fork and frame combo. So what ended rational guy would do is I cut this off and then drilled it with the 7/8 uni bit all the way through, and that's what enabled me to be able to run a new stem. I wish I would have been able to keep the old one just because I like having spare parts, but wasn't able to. It's got the cable stop in the headset and the little Lotus logo right there. So all in all, this is my touring bike with rust and all. She gets a lot of negative feedback when I go on group rides, but as long as we don't do any extreme hills, flats, I'm able to keep up with the group. You know, I average 14-15 miles an hour on her. If I have to, I could push her to 16 to 18, but comfortable, I could do 14 all day on her. And you know, that's where I'm at. That's the group I ride with. You know, if you're doing 25 miles an hour, good for you. That's not where I'm at. But for where I am, this bike does great. She's simple, low maintenance, and always ready to go. There was an issue one time when I had my full carbon bike. I told my wife, babe, bring me this bike. She brought me this bike, and I had no issues for the rest of the ride. So, Yard Sale Cycles, out.